Dear student, welcome to my channel Mahendra Jami. Today I am going to cover the topic electromechanical system. It is a most important topic. Here we are going to talk about the induction motor, single phase, three phase induction motor and DC motor. This is the summary and learning outcome and content of today's presentation. Induction motor construction, principle of operation, torque versus slip characteristics, multi-pole motor. After completing this unit, you will be able to calculate torque, speed characteristics, mechanical output power. Here we will explain the principle of operation of three-phase induction motor and its application. Introduction to motor construction. What are the components of motor? Here what will happen? We will convert the electrical energy into the mechanical energy. It is obvious that it is possible to obtain a wide range of performance characteristics from DC machine. DC means we are using the power supply in the form of direct current. So for that we have to use rectifier. Rectifier convert the three-phase AC into the DC. The question is, do we insist on using DC, which requires the use of additional hardware to rectify and regulate the DC supply? Should we consider using AC, which is more convenient as it is readily available in single or multi-phase home? The answer to this question is yes, we should consider using AC. Then we should consider AC machines and study their basic operation, that is synchronous and induction, advantage and disadvantage in comparison with direct current machine. DC motor, just as a reminder, what are the DC motor? In DC motor, here you in the figure you can see one is the stator. The stator is the outside stationary part of the motor. The rotor is the inner rotating part. In the animation, red represents a magnet or binding with a north polarization. Green represents a magnet or binding with a south polarization. Opposite red and green polarity attract. As we all know that south pole repel each other and north south pole attract each other. What will be the operation? As the rotor reaches alignment, the process moves across the commutator contact and energizes the nest binding. The commutator contacts are brown. In the figure you can see the commutator contact are brown. The brushes are dark gray. A yellow spark shown when the brushes switch to nest binding. In the figure you can see here red represent a magnet with north polarization and green represent a magnet with a south polarization. So in stator, so upper one is the green color and it represents south polarization, and lower portion it is shown by red color which is north polarization. In rotor what happen? It is rotating part. So red binding is the north polarization and green binding is south polarization. So that's all about DC motor. Here is the AC machine construction. Just like DC machine, AC also machine also consists of stator and rotor. The stator, here the stator, what is the stator? The outer stationary steel frame enclosing a hollow cylindrical core. A large number of circular silicon sheet lamination with slot cut in the inner circumference. Three-phase binding mutually displaced by 120 degree are bound in the slot. The greater the number of poles, the lesser is the speed and vice versa. Three-phase supply induces rotating magnetic field. Here from the stator rotating magnetic field is generated. Air gap between the stator and rotate range 0.4 mm to 4 mm determines the power of the motor. So here the binding, copper binding is used in more detail. I will see in the next slide. The rotor, what is rotor? The rotor is the inner rotating section. Squirrel cage is the most common form of rotor. Laminated cylindrical core with parallel slot at the outer periphery. Copper or aluminum bar are placed in the slot. All the bars are welded and at each end by metal ring called the end ring. End ring are sometimes castellated to facilitate cooling. It is not connected to the supply and operates on the transformer principle. What happened in the transformer? That same principle is used here in the rotor. This is simple and robust construction. Low starting torque as it is not possible to add external resistance. So here disadvantage is the low starting torque. Next rotor construction is the wound laminated cylindrical core has star connected three phase binding. Open ends are connected to three separate insulated slip rings. External resistance are connected to increase the starting torque. The case, the external resistance are connected to increase the starting torque. Fundamental principle of operating flux density distribution. The fundamental principle of operation is the generation of rotating magnetic field from the stator. This causes the rotor to turn at a speed that depends on the speed of rotation of the magnetic field. A uniform rotating magnetic field is produced in the air gap between the rotor and stator by applying balanced three-phase supply to the stator. The rotating magnetic field is generated. Three-phase induction motor is generated. Both three phases are displaced by 120 degree. The stator support binding AA, BB and CC which are geometrically spaced 120 degree apart. Therefore, the current generated by a three-phase source are also spaced by the 120 degree. Stator delta phase. The phase voltage reference to the neutral terminal would then be given by the expression voltage is equal to A cos omega t, voltage B A cos omega t minus 2 pi by 3, voltage C A cos omega t plus 2 pi by 3. The coils are arranged so that the flux distribution generated by any one winding is approximately sinusoidal. Since the coils are spaced 120 degree apart, the flux distribution resulting from the sum of contribution of the three binding is the sum of the fluxes due to the separate binding. Flux in a three-phase machine is a rotating vector in space with constant amplitude. Hence, a stationary observer on the machine stator would see a sinusoidal varying flux distribution. Since the resultant flux is generated by the current, the speed of rotation of the flux must be related to the frequency of the sinusoidal phase current. The number of magnetic poles resulting from the stator binding configuration is 2. However, it is possible to configure the bindings so that they have more poles. In general, the speed of rotating magnetic field is determined by the frequency of excitation current by the number of poles present in the stator. According to the equation, the frequency 120 F divided by P. It is called the synchronous speed. Flux density distribution, rotating sinusoidal binding. The stator magnetic field rotates in an AC machine, and therefore the rotor cannot catch up with stator field and is in a constant pursuit of it. The speed of rotation of rotor will therefore depend on the number of magnetic poles present in the stator and in the rotor. Number of magnetic pole present in stator and rotor. It is important to generate a constant electromagnetic torque to avoid torque pulsation. Pulsation could lead to undesired mechanical vibration in the motor itself and in other mechanical components attached to the motor, example mechanical loads such as spindle or belt drive. It is important to generate a constant electromagnetic torque to avoid torque pulsation. Three-phase current IA is equal to Im cos omega, IB is equal to Im cos omega minus 120, IC Im cos omega plus 120. Current maximum, current maximum, current maximum. Rotating magnetic field. Assume that the current waveform are as in top figure. At the moment time t is equal to 0, red phase current is at positive maximum. Yellow and blue phase current are both at negative half maximum. Each of these current produces a magnetic field. These fields interact to form the net field shown in the first sequence in the figure. The magnetic field resembles that associated with a two-pole bar magnet. As a consequence, the machine is called two-pole motor. As time increases, the current distribution changes. The red current falls, the yellow current becomes less negative, eventually become positive, and the blue current approaches negative maximum. As these changes take place, the net field, which maintain a constant magnitude, rotate clockwise. And the second sequence show the position after 1 by third cycle 120 electrical degree. The yellow current is at positive maximum and the red and blue current are both at negative half maximum. At this time, the field has rotated 120 degree from its original position. Rotor slip. Consider a simple rotor with one short-circuited coil inserted within the stator. Initially, the rotor is stationary. The moment the stator supply is switched on, current starts to flow and the rotating magnetic field is established. The relative motion between the moving field and the stationary rotor conductor induces EMF in the stationary rotor conductor in accordance with the Faraday law. So when power supply started, the Rotors, initially the rotor is stationary. The moment the stator supply is switched on, current start to flow and the rotating magnetic field is established. Stator supply is switched on. The relative motion between the moving field and stationary rotor conducts induced EMF in the stationary rotor conductor in accordance with Faraday's law. Current start flowing in the conductor as they are short circuited by the end rings. They are rotors are short circuited by the end rings, and current conductors of aluminum or copper bar is provided in the slot. These current create their own magnetic field which interacts with rotating stator field to produce forces on the individual conductor and a net rotor torque. The rotor starts to accelerate, lowering the relative speed between the rotating field and rotor conductor. This reduces the induced EMF, conductor current, and subsidiary magnetic field, thus decreasing the force on the conductor and electrical torque on the rotor. The rotor starts accelerating, lowering the relative speed between the rotating field and rotor conductor. This reduces the induced EMF, conductor currents, and subsidiary, thus decreasing the forces on the conductor and electrical torque on the rotor. The rotor continues to accelerate until the electric torque is exactly equal to the mechanical load torque on the shaft. At this point, the rotor is running at a speed slightly slower than the rotating field. This small difference in speed is needed in order to create an electrical torque. There must be some distortion of the net field, which will only happen when current flow in the rotor conductor. These currents depend on EMF being induced in the conductor, which in turn depend on there being a difference between the speed at which the conductor rotates and that of rotating magnetic field. Slip synchronous speed minus actual rotor speed divided by synchronous speed. What will happen if the rotor reaches the speed of the stator flux? No relative speed between stator field and rotor conductor, no induced current, no torque. Is it practically possible? No, because friction will slow down the rotor. This is the formula of torque, starting and maximum torque, torque slip characteristics, multi-pole motor, synchronous speed, number of pole 2, number of pole 4, number of pole 6, number of pole 8. Mechanical output torque is equal multiplied by angular velocity of rotor. Variable frequency supplies brushless DC motor. A rotor with permanent magnet and stator with binding. It is essentially a DC motor turned inside out. The control electronic replaces the function of commutator and energizes the proper motor. Brushless AC motor. AC sine wave voltage. The permanent magnet rotor rotates synchronous to the rotating magnetic field. The rotating magnetic field is illustrated using a red and green gradient. An actual simulation of magnetic field would show a more complex magnetic field. AC induction motor. This is the figure. The stator winding of an AC induction motor are distributed around the stator to produce a roughly sinusoidal distribution. When three-phase AC voltage are applied to the stator winding, rotating magnetic field is produced. The rotor of an induction motor also consists of winding or more often a copper squirrel cage embedded within iron laminate. Only the iron laminate are shown. An electric current is induced in the rotor bar, which also produces a magnetic field. The rotating magnetic field of stator drags the rotor around. The rotor does not quite keep up with the rotating magnetic field of the stator. He falls behind or slips as the field rotates. Slip has been greatly exaggerated to enable visualization of the ideal induction motor. Only few slip is possible. So there are the all the images of DC motor, brushless DC motor, brushless AC motor, and AC induction motor. Conclusion: in this unit, we explain the principle of operation of three-phase induction motor and in application with particular focus on induction motor, its construction, principle of operation, torque versus slip characteristics, multi-pole motor. We also briefly highlight the difference between popular DC and AC machine, conventional DC, brushless AC induction motor. These are the some problems. That's all about. Uh, please subscribe my channel if you did not subscribe.